right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on the greatest one-man show in the history of mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show, and I'm your host, Dusty Smith. Who the fuck else would I be? And folks, kind of a short show tonight. I've been doing blockbuster 3+ hour shows the last few shows, and now we had a bullshit slow-ass news weekend. And as always, you know who I blame? You. Why didn't you motherfuckers go out there and do some interesting shit for me to cover on my show? God damn it. It's the least you could do. So for the rest of the show, just sit in the corner and think about how ashamed of yourself that you are for not being more entertaining. But anyway, luckily, I'm Dusty Smith, so we're still going to have an amazing show anyway. Got a decent-sized CHUD watch. Got a little Beyond parody in there, whatever. I know I always say it's going to be a short show and then ends up being like 11 hours. Not this time, fuckos. Only going to be like 5 or 6 hours top, so we'll see how the fuck it goes. How you doing, dirty, sexy pores? Short show was only 2 hours. You don't know me. You don't know me at all. What's up, dude? What's up, all of you? As always, folks, gonna read every single one of the super chats at halftime. Immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever in the super chats. It's a great way to support the show, and the more you donate, the more serious I take your questions. So, buy my love, support the cats on the super chats. But first off, on tonight's show, folks, I need your advice. I'm not even kidding. I legitimately need your advice. So, make sure you type in the chat what your advice is, because after the show, I go through and I read everything you guys say. So, with that said, we're going to debut a new segment tonight. Something I like to call Story Time with Uncle Dusty. Story Time with Uncle Dusty. And first off, on tonight's Story Time with Uncle Dusty. So, you guys know how I like Subway, right? I've talked about Subway on this show. So, let me fill you guys in on what happened in the past. So, Subway, I hadn't eaten there in a while. They opened a big, new, fucking nice building in town. I drove by and I saw it and I was like, hey, I'm gonna eat at that Subway. And you guys know me, I'm sort of like a psychopath. I'll just eat the same fucking thing every goddamn day. I'm weird like that. I don't give a fuck. To me, food is just nourishment for living and whatnot. And so, got online and looked up my local Subway, and I was like, hey, you can order online on Subway. By the way, this is not brought to you by Subway whatsoever. You'll know that by the end of the show. I'm not going to be too kind to Subway, because Subway fucked me over. I need your advice what I'll do about it. Anyway, so I had AI art illustrate my story for you. So here's AI's version of Subway. Pretty good. Sut Woosve. Very close, AI. You're getting there, buddy. Keep it up. Anyway, so online they had these special deals. BOGO 50. Buy one, get one, 50% off on footlongs. And like I told you guys before, Subway more expensive than it used to be. Used to be $5 footlong, and now literally a tuna sub is $10 foot long, like double the price. So I was like, all right, I'll pay $10 for one, but I get the other for $5, a little bit of discount. So I'm gonna do that. So every fucking day I was ordering Subway, and it's convenient. You just type your order in online and you wait the amount of time it tells you to wait, and you go in. Don't have to wait in line or nothing. They have it there waiting for you. You just grab it, you fucking go. It was awesome. So did that for like 3 or 4 days. And about the 5th day, I went to get my Subway tuna, and I got home and I noticed this thing's kind of light in comparison to what it used to be. It's like they used less than half the tuna on it and less than half the vegetables. It was just like a bread sandwich. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I started thinking to myself, is this Subway purposely doing this? So I kept ordering, of course. I'm not going to stop fucking ordering because, like I said, psychopath. So I went in there and I noticed that the new Subway was owned by these 2 Indian people. This is my artist representation of them. This woman is the woman that runs it mainly, this Indian lady, and her husband. And every time I come in, they give me the stink eye. And I was like, well, they're giving me the stink eye. So I went back in a few times, and every time I go in from then on, I noticed that my Subway sandwiches had only half the ingredients on there. And so I was like, well, okay, fine, whatever. And so then the next day I got online to go order my Subway sandwich, and I noticed that this particular Subway had canceled all coupons online. So you couldn't go online and order a Subway with a coupon anymore. And I fucking know 100% they did that because of me. This lady did that because of me. I have I have proof now. We're going to get into that. I have proof now. So I quit going to Subway. You going to cancel the goddamn online coupons? You're going to be stingy on the fucking ingredients because of me? Fuck that, I ain't going back there. So I didn't go back for months and months. Well, earlier this month, I guess it was like the end of last month, I got like a promotional email from Subway. And it was like, hey, Dusty, we have a special offer for you. If you buy what we call a Subway Pass, it's $15. But if you pay us $15 now, then for the entire month of September, 31 days, whatever the fuck it is, every single day, every 24 hours, you can get 1 foot-long Subway for half off. And I was like, fuck yeah! At first, I was like, there's no way this particular store is going to even honor this because they don't even do online coupons anymore. But I was like, it's only $50. I'm going to try it. And so I signed up, waited for the month to roll around. And so then I started ordering my Subway online again. Fuck off, cats. Okay, it'll be okay. They're really mad because they love my leftover tuna Subway. Anyway, so then I start going back to fucking Subway, right, with all the usual Subway Denzians. This is pretty much what it looks like. I think this is the artist illustration of me buying a Subway. Nailed it, AI. Once again, how is the AI so good at this? So anyway, first off, first couple days, it was fine. Full, heavy tuna fish sandwiches like you're supposed to get, right? Totally cool. 4 or 5 days go by, I get normal sandwiches. And then go in one day, and suddenly, only half the meat and half the vegetables again on my fucking sandwich. And started noticing, like, the employees there wouldn't look me in the eye anymore when they gave me my Subway sandwich. They looked like they were ashamed to hand me my Subway sandwich. And I was like, and you can, like, feel it. I would grab the sandwich and you can feel the difference in weight. And I immediately knew, oh my God, they're chintzing me on the fucking meat again and the veg. I know they are. Obviously, that's what they're fucking doing. I got home and checked, and yes, that's what happened. So, but I had the coupon, so I had to use it because every day I don't use it, I'm losing $5 a day, right? Can't do that. So I have to go back anyway. So I continue to go back for about a week. Every day pretty much, and every time they come out and hand me my Subway, they don't look me in the eye. They're like all ashamed and shit. Fucking Indian folks are giving me the goddamn stink eye every time I walk in the fucking door. So yesterday I go in there and it's 5:30. You think the place would be fucking packed, but there was nobody else in there except for me and 3 really friendly black girls that work there. Here's the artist illustration of them. There's 4 in this picture. There's only 3 there. And so I walked up there and I said, okay, I'm Dusty. I'd like my Subway, please. So they hand me my bag and I'm going to walk out and there's a black girl and she's sweeping up. And before I leave, she looks at me and she says, hey, are you Dusty? And I was like, yeah, that's me. And she's like, I have to admit something to you. Our boss specifically told us that if a guy named Dusty orders online, we're supposed to make your sandwiches wrong on purpose. I swear to fucking God. She said she told us to put less than half the ingredients on your sandwich, and she mentioned you by name. And I was like, what the fuck? The owners of Subway are telling people to mistreat me on purpose, and they're mentioning me by fucking name? And she was like, yeah, it's crazy. And so I explained to her, yes, yeah, they sent me this deal online where I get this coupon for $15 and I get a half price off Subway every month. And she was like, yeah, they don't even give us discounts here. So she told us to make sure that we make your sandwich wrong. I guess she's trying to scare you off. And she said, the girl behind the counter there, she said her name, I don't remember what it was. She said that they think you should report her. And I was like, well, I mean, I kind of understand because I am taking kind of advantage of it. I know everybody's just trying to make money. And they're like, she's not having any trouble making money whatsoever. They're making plenty of money. They're just cheap. And like I said, they don't even give us discounts. And they were like encouraging me to report these Subway people. So I guess they're mistreating their employees because their employees don't have any problem diming out the owners. They have no loyalty. Apparently, they are not pleased with the Indian owners. So I got a choice to make. You guys help me decide what I should do. Should I keep going back to Subway? I got 11 days left on my coupon. Should I just keep going back and not say anything? Should I go back and say something? I don't want to be a Karen, though. And like the Indian folks aren't there all the time. And I don't obviously want to take it out of the employees because these folks are real nice. They didn't want to do it. They feel bad about it. They don't want to fuck me over. Should I call corporate on Subway and report the fuck out of these people? By the way, this happened in GRENADA, Mississippi. GRENADA, Mississippi. So, it's out there now. I bet you guys didn't know I have my own fucking show when you decided to specifically tell your employees to abuse me. Bad move. Or should I just let it go? Should I just fucking not go back there again, not report it to corporate, not say anything? What the fuck should I do? So you guys let me know. I can't use a different name because I pay with credit card, and my credit card has to be the same name on the order. Apparently, I'm the only one ordering online at Subway and getting discounts. So I stand out there. Plus, like, look at me. I look like a god, so obviously I fucking stand out when I walk in the goddamn Subway. So, you guys let me know in the comments what you think I should do. I'm going to follow you guys' instructions, and sucks! Fucking Subway. And hey, this has been Story Time with Uncle Dusty. Hope you guys enjoyed it. New segment. Might do it again in the future. Let me read a few comments real quick. See what you guys got to say. Damn, you done fired shots now, son? I know, right? I already put it fucking out there. They're going to know if they see this video exactly who snitched him out. Yeah, you name it. I can't put a new name on the orders. Can't do that because it's on the credit card. And it won't let you pay by anything else except for credit cards. So what you going to do? I might actually can pay by PayPal, but it also has to be the same name on PayPal, so I can't do that. Report them. Go full Karen. Yeah, I don't want to go Karen on the employees, though. But these motherfuckers, and this is how they're really making me feel, y'all, to be honest. They're making me feel like this. Like just grouchy, mean-ass Subway owners. Like, I kind of feel like even the Subway sandwiches themselves are mad at me. Yeah, angry Subway sandwiches. They evil because the owners are cheap. So anyway, that's my story from yesterday. No Subway for me today, though. I waited to see what you guys' advice was before I went back. And I will admit, though, man, too much information, I know. But I've had the worst runs I've ever had in my entire life. Goddamn, I've been shitting so much, y'all. It's just, like, I don't even want to say that because that's just nasty. But let's say I had an accident. I've only had one other accident in my entire life up to this point. So, don't know. I guess you're not supposed to eat Subway tuna every day. Apparently bad for you, I guess. But yeah, AI pretty cool, yo. Been working on it. Here's my pictures I made for the Storytime with Dusty Smith. I could have gone with this picture. This is a pretty good one. That sort of looks like me, but I went with one of these instead. And, of course, I made this picture. Look at this. I'm one of the greatest artists of all time, motherfuckers. Damn, I'm good. Somebody said, her neck is too long. And I'm like, she has a neck? What's wrong with y'all? Noticing necks and shit. That's just weird. You're looking at the wrong thing, dudes. And anyway, working on my fucking comic book. Still working on it. It's not doing exactly what I want it to do, but we're making progress. Coming along. And all right, cool. Make sure you leave your comments in the chats. Let's move along on the show. It's time for religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Just say I. Now it's time for religious bullshit. Fucking AI let me down. You didn't sing, AI. Supposed to have my back. And first off, on religious bullshit, never been bigger cucks than Christian people. They love to be grifted, yo. They get off on it. So here's a motherfucker who didn't want to get vaccinated and doesn't want to fly commercial. So he bragging how he grifted these motherfuckers out of private airplanes. And they're like, yeah, daddy, grift us harder. We love it when you grift us.
I told Pastor Hank, I stood here a year ago when they were telling us they might not let us fly on airplanes if we didn't get the vaccine. And I stood right here in a moment of boldness and I say, well, if you won't let me fly on your airplane, I'll get my own airplane.
Woo, yeah.
That was a year ago. I got my own airplane in Jesus' name.
I bet you did, in Jesus' name. Jesus, who specifically told you to sell everything you could if you wanted to follow him, who specifically said rich people can't get into heaven. I'm sure you did get a new airplane in Jesus' name.
Because you can't stop the gospel of Jesus Christ. You won't stop us from preaching the gospel.
I don't want you to stop you. I want you to preach it harder, motherfucker.
As I was standing over there, I said, I told him what I wish, and he said, stop wishing and declare it. I pray that a group of businessmen and women would rise up and buy multiple airplanes and start a Holy Ghost airline specifically for the preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Grift us!
Call it Eagles
Grift us,
wings.
Daddy! I like it harder!
Call it whatever you want. Call it the dove. Whatever spiritual name you want to give it. But I pray that you would put your multiplied millions of dollars together, that you would buy a fleet of airplanes, and you would call some real preachers and prophets and say you don't have to fly Delta and drink out of their cup. You don't have to fly United and drink out of their cup. You can fly on a sanctified Holy Ghost filled airline and preach the gospel.
Yeah, look at it. Ooh, yeah, we love it. Ooh, thank you for grifting us. Thank you for making money in the name of Jesus off our backs. We love going to our jobs and working our asses off day in and day out to fund you rich assholes' lifestyle in the name of Jesus. It's so hilarious. I almost love to see them get ripped off now. It's just funny. They're horrible humans, so you might as well let them get ripped off, you know. And then, folks, this televangelist might have the greatest name of any televangelist ever. This is real. I don't know if it's a real name. This is the name he actually uses. Dutch Sheets. That's right, Dutch Sheets. I wonder what the thread count on those Dutch Sheets are. Pretty low, I'm guessing. But anyway, folks, apparently God has called him to oversee a third great awakening, and it's lucky how that worked out for him. You know, it's a good thing that God didn't tell him that somebody else was going to lead it, or tell somebody else that he was going to lead it. No, God directly went to him and told him he was in charge. So cool how that worked out for him.
The love I have for this nation was put there by God, and here's what he said to me. For what I'm going to do in this hour in the nations of the earth, the harvest that I am going to reap, I must have this nation.
Okay. Isn't he all powerful? Why does he not already have this nation if it's in his plan and his will? Doesn't make any sense.
And you're going to help me get her back.
Why does God need your help if he's all powerful? Please explain this to me.
I'm proud because I know God raised up a nation under him with his heart to spread the gospel of the kingdom of Jesus Christ to all the nations of the earth. And I say to you right now, that is not going to be stolen.
Okay.
Our destiny.
Apparently it already was. Jesus sucks. We owned you, Jesus. We stole it from you.
It's not over.
It is
he
over.
is going to save this nation.
What's he waiting on?
And a third great awakening is coming to this nation.
Woo, a third great awakening, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's just how God operates. First, God was like, hey, in my infinitely wise plan, first I'm going to have a first great awakening, and then I'm going to let it trail off a little bit because I'll be busy. I won't finish the job. But then I'm going to come back with a second amazing great awakening. But that's still not going to fix shit either. I'm going to go on vacation or some shit. But don't worry. Eventually, I'll be back with a third great awakening. And this time, motherfuckers, this time, I'm still not going to do anything. Going to have at least 1,000 great awakenings. But Sit still, motherfuckers. It's all coming.
And it's going to give us the transformation that we need.
Woo! Yeah, you've declared yourself the leader. We're so happy. Wipe my head with a Subway napkin, motherfuckers.
Come on!
Come on! Woo! Get up! Energy! God declared me your leader. Woo! Get excited for the fact that God spoke to me and told me I'm the fucking leader. Nope. Nope. Fuck you. You're all so goddamn stupid. They're just LARPers. Like, is there any... Like, I used to think, like, nerds, like, who will go out into parks and LARP like they're wizards and warriors and shit were cringe. But at least they're just having fun. These motherfuckers are the ultimate LARPers. Like, at least the nerds know they're not really wizards and warriors and shit. They're just doing it for camaraderie, for friendship, to have something to do. These motherfuckers literally think they're magical. Up here blowing horns like it's 2,000 years ago. Also out of tune. What year is this again? Just corny as fuck. Woo! Yeah, we did it!
Just like Jericho on the 7th
It's
blow.
just like Jericho! It didn't do anything exactly like Jericho. Because we're not fucking magic, we're just losers. And one more! The transformed wife wants you to know that it don't matter if your husband beats you, if he's mean to you, if he don't treat you good, if you're unhappy. The only thing that matters is, does he have a job? She says, whenever a woman has come up to me, told me her marriage is in shambles, and needs to speak with me, I ask her, is he a good provider? Is he faithful to you? Does he love your children? If she answers yes to all three, I'll tell her she married a good man, appreciate him. That's right. Don't try to be happy. Just obey the man's. He in control of you, the head of the household. Who do you think you are, missy? A free human being that's supposed to live a happy, joyful life? Hell no. Have you read the Bible? Your property. Better get to stepping. And all right, that is my religious bullshit. Short and sweet tonight, baby. Like me. What you gotta say, dirty, sexy pores? Get your super chats in, folks. They blow. They do. They don't even blow well. They should have practiced. Pillow guy is there. Yeah, Mike Pillow, he everywhere. Always grifted everywhere. Dummy. Yes, they're all dumb. Completely fucking moronic in every goddamn way. Christians blow. Agreed, they do. All right, let's move on, folks. Close all this shit. And now, gotta do a big, long, hard CHUD watch. CHUD watch. Talking about CHUD watch. We talk about CHUD, and then we make fun of them. Woo! And first off, on tonight's CHUD watch, the Good Liars makes a point about all the patriots out at the Trump rally.
Important to always respect the American flag. We love the American flag. You should never put something over it like a giant skull with another American flag on that skull that's disrespecting it twice, or just put a bunch of writing on it. That would be very disrespectful, and anyone that would do that would be a son of a bitch, according to Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. Patriots, like, I obviously don't care what you do with the flag. You can wipe your ass with it. It's just a piece of cloth with some dye on it. Doesn't mean jack shit to me, but you guys, the ones that claim that you're so patriotic and the brave man in the military died for that flag right there. You better respect it. And you guys are going against flag code every goddamn day. Most of those flags have Trump's name on it. Nothing to do with the United States. Starting to think your whole patriot stuff is complete and total bullshit. Just like everything else you say. And they had another Trump rally yesterday. I think they're having another one tonight. Trump rallies all the time because the dude never gets tired of hearing himself talk. I'm not a hypocrite. You are. Anyway, here's the kind of cringe they have out at the Trump rally. Uncle Slim. Get it. Uncle Slim. Now what you need is a really, really super long, ridiculously unwieldable sign. Oh, good, here it comes. Let's read it. It says, Trump for justice and liberty with God under, walk faster, nation one. Okay, you went the wrong way with it. I think it's supposed to go the other way, but I don't care. It makes better sense that way. And then, starting to think they might be a little nutty out at the Trump rally. We've seen this woman before, but I love to hear her talk because she's ridiculous.
I served the Air Force for 21 years.
Oh, goody.
I'm a January 6th defendant. Can we say that? And I wrote a poem called We're Ready to Fight. I have a copy I'll give to you.
Oh, that sounds great. You look fantastic.
Terrible.
What prompted the outfit?
I started this after the election was stolen. I actually had bought it as a Halloween costume. And I was in Arizona doing a Patriot party out there. And my costume was in Abilene, Texas. So I was like, I need to find a reason to wear it. So the first time I wore it was November of 2021 and a MAGA car rally, and then it just became a thing, and now I wear it to all the events.
Well, It is great.
Somebody complimented me on it, and that's the first time anyone has ever been nice to me, and I felt accepted in a movement, and I don't really give a shit how pathetic and ridiculous I look. People are actually nice to me now, so I wear it everywhere. My entire personality now is just Trump. God damn it, it feels so good to finally have a personality. God damn it, they're so sad and pathetic. I'd want to give them hugs if they weren't so dangerous to our democracy. And more of these human winners.
What about tonight?
It was wonderful. President talked to me.
Beforehand or at the end?
At the end. I hollered, I loved him. He stopped and he said, I love you too. And then he said, this guy says he loves me. And I said, wait, I'm a woman.
I'm a woman. He said he loved me. Lady, I can 100% assure you, Trump thinks you're disgusting. In fact, he got accused of molesting women who were much better looking than you, and he called them ugly pigs, said they weren't his type. 100% he finds you disgusting. He wishes he had a better quality of cult members, but he doesn't, so he's kind of just going with what he's got. And unfortunately, you're it. Sad that you worship someone who clearly has incredible disdain for you. And this is actually good news, folks. Trump's popularity is waning. Yes, he is leaning into the whole QAnon thing because it's all he's got left. Just the craziest of crazies, the dregs of humanity. But it's dwindling. Video showing the tiny crowd at Trump's rally last night.
Enough is enough. Their lack of leadership, failed policies, and attempts to divide us all have left our state and our
when they show the footage,
space.
they zoom in real tight. They push everybody around and make it look like it's full, but it was not a huge venue, and it wasn't that packed. In fact, less people were in attendance than will watch this show tonight. So crazy, really, to be honest with you. But also good news. And Jim Jordan was there. Sexual abuse cover-up in Jim Jordan. And somebody should have got this motherfucker a box. Holy shit, Jim. Looking kind of short there, dude, with your little manlet ass. I guess Trump doesn't want you to look good compared to him, so he sets you up to fail, as he always does. At least adjust the microphone, dude. What's wrong with you? This your first time on stage? You guys are bad at this, and it gets even weirder. I didn't think the Trump rallies could get any stranger, but somehow they're managing to. Here is the theme song Trump regularly comes out to now. That's right, it's the Undertaker theme song. Yay! Hey, I'm here to save you guys with the Undertaker's theme song. You know, the theme song that reminds us of death and destruction. Super cool choice. Not weird at all. Oh, Undertaker, you better buy my pillow. Use the code Trump to get 20% off, says Mike Pillow. Paul Bearer impersonator, and Then, folks, bold move by Trump, but apparently he called for the death penalty of Ron DeSantis, and I don't know, cool. I'm actually sort of for this.
And I'm calling for the death penalty for drug dealers and human traffickers.
Oh, human traffickers! All you human traffickers out there better be very worried if Trump gets back in office. Oh, what's that? He didn't mean white people? He's just talking about brown people, like coyotes and stuff? Oh, okay, yeah. Different set of rules. He's not actually talking about DeSantis, even though it definitely applies to human trafficker Ron DeSantis. And folks, remember, they're like, Biden is so divisive. He's trying to divide us all, folks. But Trump, the most divisive human being in the world. Here's a short sample of his speech, and it's all his usual fear-mongering bullshit, transphobia, attacking teachers, of course, because teachers are the new enemy. Let's have a listen.
But it's time to finally and completely break the radical left's corrupt education cartel. Our children are captives to unhinged Marxist educators who are pushing inappropriate sexual, racial, and political material in our...
Oh my God, they're telling kids that lesbians and gays exist. Oh my God, they're teaching kids the history of slavery in the United States. Gotta end that immediately.
Children from the youngest possible age. I mean, when they're 6 years old, they're learning about things that they don't want to learn about. And they always have regrets. There's such regrets later on. Who did this to me? Who did this to me?
That's right. Haven't we all heard the kids, all of them constantly say, who did this to me? Who taught me that there are lesbians and gay people that exist? Oh my God, my whole world is ruined since you told me the truth. You know how kids always say that these days?
At long last, every parent in America must be empowered to opt out of the indoctrination and send their child to the public, private, charter, religious, or homeschool.
That's what it's all about, folks. It's all about the greatest transfer of government money to religion since they made churches tax exempt. That's the whole plan. Demonize, defund public education like Ron DeSantis is doing, make the teachers flee, destroy the public school system, and then when it's destroyed, they say, oh, see how badly the public school system is doing? We have to give all this money to religious organizations now because they know when they brainwash kids in religious schools, they're going to be much, much, much more likely to vote Republican, and this is just their way to get votes. They can't win normally, so they have to cheat, lie, and steal to do it, and they're more than willing to. Now let's get to the transphobia
of their choice. In addition, we will get critical race theory out of our schools, out of our military.
Hey, good news! It's already out of your schools and out of your military. It's not taught in any of those places.
Out of our military and out of every part of the federal, state, and local government. We will also keep men out of women's sports, so politically.
Hey, I'm all for that. Let's keep men out of women's sports, except for trans women are women. So, got you there, fucko. Same old bullshit, different day, but they love it. They love showing up. The fuck is that noise? They love showing up and hearing the same old lines over and over again. Never gets boring to them. And then, folks, I do agree with Aaron Rupar here. This is one of the strangest Trump clips from a rally ever. Like I said, he is leaning hard into the QAnon thing. He recently went on his True Social, wore a QAnon pin, had a title on it that said, "The storm is coming," which is the main QAnon line. But since his base is dwindling now, as recent polls have showing, he's decided just to lean hard into the whole cult leader thing. And it's creepy as fuck. Here they are. He's giving his little speech where he's listing all the horrible things he's making up about America. And they didn't used to do this, but now they're playing music over him because they've realized this is what they do in churches. They play this repetitive music, which kind of sets the cult members into a trance. Very common. So they're starting to do this in certain parts of his speech. And this particular song is an offshoot of a QAnon song. So he's playing this on purpose to pander to the QAnon cult members in the audience, and it's having a really creepy, chilling effect. Let's have a look.
We are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. It would never have happened with me as your commander-in-chief, and for 4 long years, it didn't happen. And China, with Taiwan, is next. We are a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never, ever before. We've got a Federal Bureau of Investigation that won't allow bad election-changing facts to be presented to the public, where Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation when they knew it wasn't, and a Department of Justice that refuses to investigate egregious acts of voting irregularities and fraud. And we have a president who is cognitively impaired and in no condition to lead our country, which may end up in World War III. We're a nation that no longer has a free press and has no fair press any longer. Fake news is...
I don't know, this speech sounds sort of divisive a little bit.
...is all you get, and they are truly the enemy of the people. We are a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant like never before, where the economy has been collapsing, where more people died of COVID in 2021 than in 2020. We are a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon and China to use the trillions of dollars it has taken from us to build a military to rival our own. And just 2 years ago, we had Iran, China, Russia, North Korea, and all of the rest in check. They weren't going to do a thing against us, and everyone knows it. They respected the United States, and they respected America. And
so creepy as fuck, folks. I guess this is the where we go one, we go all bullshit, but it's not too far from the Nazi salute. But hey, Biden had red lighting. Remember Biden's red lighting? So he's the Nazi apparently, say the Trumpers who are completely silent about all this shit. And then, folks, he went on and did an interview with John Voight, you know, Angelina Jolie's crazy-ass dada. And it's all word salad. This guy has no thought in his head. Now, a moment ago, he was reading all that off a teleprompter. Remember when they used to make fun of Obama, and they still make fun of Biden if they read anything off a teleprompter? Trump reads entire giant 2-hour speech off teleprompter. Crickets, nothing. But when he actually has to think off the top of his head what to say, it's clear he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Let's have a listen.
And let's appreciate those who are capable of turning the tide and bringing us back to the greatness that we were given by our founding fathers. So,
well, I want to thank you, and we love the country. The country's in trouble. It's got to be solved fairly quickly.
yes.
There is no choice but to solve the problem, but it's a big problem. It's a big problem, and I hope it continues forward, and we love Israel, and we hope everything's going to be okay.
Sure.
A lot of good moves have to be made, or it's not going to be okay, and
right.
we
got to do good things and not bad things. Bad things are happening. Hopefully bad things will not continue to happen, but what we need is goodness. Goodness moving forward. Israel's good, but goodness is what we really need, not badness. And we have to have plans that are good and not bad for the good things we want to do instead of the bad. So, like a third grader who has to do a book report on a book he didn't read. That's 100% of Donald Trump every time he opens his fucking mouth. It's embarrassing. And speaking of creepy cult shit, PA MAGA government nominee Doug Mastriano had a rally recently, and they're trying to do all the same Trump tricks. Watch how creepy this is. 3.4 million views.
And we'll do that by putting our right hand in the air on the count of 3. If you're willing to do this.
If you're willing to do it,
Can
yeah.
you say what they said at Gettysburg?
Heil Hitler?
When
No.
you see us lined up as one, sweep down the hill to victory. On the count of three, we'll bring our hand down as one. Father, I pray that indeed Pennsylvania will be like Little Round Top, and America will have a new birth of liberty. As one on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. That's one!
Woo-hoo! We did it! We did it, Chop! After we did a fucking Nazi salute, so super cool. But remember, Biden had red lighting, y'all, so same thing, basically. Red lighting, Nazi salutes. That's not a false equivalence. And then, Marjorie Trader Greene wants you all to know that, hey, this is the way it's going to be from now on. She says, we're seeing a resurgence. It's like a revival. It's really a Christian revival. I want to see the church in America come to life and save this country, because the church is America, is the American people. The Constitution was founded by Christian men, so yeah, they're all praising and worshiping Trump now. It's a cult, and that's the way it's going to be from now on. They're really leaning into the creepiness of it. And then while we're on Marjorie Trader Greene, she gonna get sued, y'all. She's going out in public and lying about a $1 billion company. Not smart.
Bill Gates wants you guys to eat bugs.
No, he doesn't.
Seriously, Beyond Meat burgers. Like, who wants a Beyond Meat burger? I want a really juicy, big, fat cheeseburger.
It's just so sad, folks. This is the most popular Republican congressperson in the highest political body in the land, and this is what they're focusing on. I want a big, greasy cheeseburger. Isn't that what's important to you guys? And then lying. First off, Beyond Meat is not fucking bugs. That shit's actually delicious. Tastes exactly like fucking regular meat. So sue her. Beyond Meat, do your thing. They probably won't, though, because no one ever holds these assholes accountable for fucking anything. And folks, did you guys see this one? So, you know, the publicity stunt where Ron DeSantis kidnapped a bunch of, I guess they're from Venezuela, and they weren't here legally. They were trying to get asylum here, and then while they're looking into their case, they are allowed to legally enter the United States before they roll in their case, and they weren't illegal. So he kidnapped a bunch of them from Texas and then sent them to Martha's Vineyard. Well, apparently it's not going well for him. He's in a bit of trouble because they lied to these people. They used them as pawns in their game because cruelty is the point. And here is their lawyer now speaking out about it, telling exactly what they did.
Make it clear that they were lied to again and again and fraudulently induced to board. Arrive last.
What is happening? Do it.
Arrive last.
All right, one more time. Do it, motherfucker.
Last night, make it clear that they were lied to again and again and fraudulently induced to board the planes. They were told there was a surprise present for them and that there would be jobs and housing awaiting for them when they arrived. This was obviously a sadistic lie. Not only did those responsible for this stunt know that there was no housing and no employment awaiting the migrants, they also very intentionally chose not to call ahead to any single office authority on Martha's Vineyard so that even the most basic human needs arrangements could be made. Ensuring that no help awaited the migrants at all was the entire point.
Yep, exactly.
They were provided with a cartoonishly simple map of Martha's Vineyard and the United States and a brief brochure containing snippets from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts website and instructions to change their address with USCIS when they relocated. This is especially troubling as anyone with even the most basic understanding of the immigration proceedings knows that USCIS was not the agency with whom the migrants would have to record their addresses and has nothing to do with their cases in any way. It is clear that this was an intentional attempt to ensure that these migrants were removed in absentia when they failed to change their address with the proper agency.
So anyway, they tricked them. This is kidnapping, folks. They will literally do anything to try to own the libs. They will spend millions of dollars, lie to people, human traffic, kidnap, whatever it takes. They think they are above the law. They think they can do fucking anything. But I'm hoping it's going to actually come back up to bite them, folks. Maybe it won't, but we'll see. They literally gave these people a pamphlet that was full of lies. Popular Information, however, has obtained a brochure that was provided to the migrants who ultimately agreed to the flights. It was provided to Popular Information by Lawyers for Civil Rights, a Boston-based legal organization that represents 30 of the migrants. The brochure says that migrants who arrive in Massachusetts will be eligible for numerous benefits, including 8 months cash assistance, assistance with housing, food, clothing, transportation to job interviews, job training, job placement, registering children for school, assistance applying for Social Security cards, and many other benefits. None of this, however, is true. They made a fake official looking brochure to lie to them and trick them on the plane, y'all. This is the level of fucking scumbag we are goddamn dealing with. And I'm hoping that they're actually held a fucking accountable for it. Maybe they will. Here's the Breckser County Sheriff in Texas who is opening a case against them.
We are opening up a case with an investigation with regard to the suspected activities involving the 48 migrants from Venezuela that, as we understand it at this point, the facts of the case at this point, are that on Wednesday, September 14th, here in Bexar County in the city of San Antonio, our understanding is that a Venezuelan migrant was paid what we would call a bird dog fee to recruit approximately 50 migrants from the area around a migrant resource center on San Pedro here in San Antonio. As we understand it, 48 migrants were lured, I will use the word lured, under false pretenses into staying at a hotel for a couple of days. They were taken by airplane. At a certain point, they were shuttled to an airplane where they were flown to Florida and then eventually flown to Martha's Vineyard, again, under false pretenses is the information that we have, that they were promised work, they were promised the solution to several of their problems. They were taken to Martha's Vineyard from what we can gather for little more than a photo op, video op, and then they were unceremoniously stranded.
To own the libs, that's what it's all about.
In Martha's Vineyard. What infuriates me the most about this case is that here we have 48 people that are already on hard times, right? They are here legally
They're
in
literally
our country.
just trying to escape the bad situation they're in and make a better life for themselves and their family. And this is how conservatives treat them, as a pawn to be lied and tricked. They don't care if they hurt them because they're brown, and they don't care if they hurt the libs. That was the whole point. Just hurting everybody, spending millions to hurt people is their entire platform. They have nothing else. They don't have any plans for health care. They don't have any plans for tax reform. They don't have any plans to combat the giant wealth inequality in this goddamn country. They don't have plans for anything. All they have is to hurt people. And a third of the population is rah-rahing and cheering for him because you motherfuckers are evil. Yes, you're my enemy. Fuck all y'all.
At that point, they have every right to be where they are. And I believe that they were preyed upon. Somebody came from out of state, preyed upon these people, lured them with promises of a better life, which is what they were absolutely looking for, with the knowledge that they were going to cling to whatever hope they could be offered for a better life, to just be exploited and hoodwinked into making this trip to Florida and then onward to Martha's Vineyard for what I believe to be nothing more than political posturing to make a point. Well, look, we all know that during a political campaign, things can get nasty.
Yeah, well, get them. Hopefully it's not just this guy. Get the DOJ out there. Everybody, sue the shit out of them. Every one of these people should have lawyers and individually be suing Ron DeSantis. But you know who loved it? Smarmy ass Ted Cruz. He really got a good laugh at all the people they hurt, all the money they spent to hurt people. Look at the trash you're electing, conservatives.
Am I the only person today that has enjoyed the antics at Martha's Vineyard?
No, a lot of other really disgusting human beings, bottom of the barrel, lowest of the low, really enjoyed it too. You're in very bad company, but you're not the only one. Yay! We spent money to hurt people. Desperate people just looking for a better life for themselves and their family. We lied to them, man. We hurt them so bad, but we owned a few libs, so it was all worth it, y'all. Don't you want to vote for us some more?
All right. So a year ago, I introduced legislation in the Senate that said we should send illegal aliens to Martha's Vineyard.
So Ted Cruz he's admitting it, taking responsibility. The buck stops with him, so if you're angry, here's the guy to be angry with.
And to Nantucket, and to Cupertino, California, where Apple's headquartered, and to Napa Valley, California, and to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, essentially everywhere rich Democrats sit and sip Chardonnay.
It's just so ridiculous. And this plan has backfired on them, but they're still pretending like they own some libs. They're pretending like the people didn't welcome the migrants with open arms and help them out. Because it's all they can do is to reject reality and to fucking lie. Here's the memes they're putting out. Liberals, when illegal immigrants show up in their neighborhood, Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 and then no trespassing. That's bullshit. See, they're trying to push this straw man idea that's obviously ridiculous, but the idea is that, hey, the left and rich left people believe we should just allow the borders to be open and everybody to come in our country. And they're like, hey, you can come live in our mansions. All of you can come and live in our mansions. We'll move out and you can just have our properties and our mansions and live there. And then if the left doesn't behave that way, they say, see, you're hypocrites. You're hypocrites for not doing something that you never said you were going to do in the first place. This is just bullshit you made up in order to own the left. But it's ridiculous and transparent. And as Ilhan Omar says, I know it's hard to accept that not everyone is as nakedly cruel as the MAGA right, but what actually happened is the community came together to provide housing, food, social support, and legal representation for every one of those migrants you hate so much, which is all we ever claimed we would do on the left. We never said, hey, we're going to give them our houses and let them live in our beds. No, we said, treat them with respect and dignity. They're just trying to find a better life for themselves and their family. So don't treat them like shit. Provide basic accommodations. Help the ones who are in desperate need of it. Treat them like humans. That's all we ever fucking said. But since you guys are so inhuman, you have to paint this fucking straw man, this reality that doesn't exist, because that's the only way you can get an own here. When it's obvious this stunt backfired spectacularly. Here's another example of them twisting the narrative and pretending reality ain't what it is. Martha Vineyard residents after 2 days of illegal immigration. Yeah, and then they become the KKK. Isn't that what happened? Didn't they burn crosses on their lawns? They didn't? They immediately took them to shelter and gave them food and provided them comfort and treated them like human beings with dignity? Then why are you lying? Because it's all you fucking got. All you have is to hurt people and lie. But it's failing, folks. That's the good news here. Yes, they are hardening their base, but it's shrinking. All the polls show it. It is not going to work. There are more good people in this society than you fucking subhumans. Here's a good tweet from the Volsh community. Here's some food and supplies. Welcome to America. And then all the CHUDs are like, no, you can't help immigrants and treat them like humans. You're supposed to be triggered. But we're not. We're not triggered. We're fine with it. Immigration is as American as anything. We're literally a nation of immigrants. And we need a strong immigrant population to keep our country strong and healthy. So yes, we have done exactly what we said we were going to do, and no matter how you guys spin it, it will never be reality. And it's transparent. And Jojo from Juror says, explain to me how a state which ranks 47th in teacher pay has $12 million to spend on some disgusting political stunt. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Okay, I will. they're trying to destroy education. So they're literally trying to make teachers leave. So they're paying them very little because they like to destroy public institutions. Then they can claim the public institutions and government programs don't work. So they can get rid of them and privatize them and funnel all this money to Christian organizations and religion. But also conservatives are such garbage, such bottom feeders, such low-life pieces of shit that they would rather spend $12 million to hurt people than $5 to actually help them, because nothing is as hateful as Christian love is. And I like JoJo from Juror. She has a good Twitter page if you guys want to go follow her. And Charlie Kirk, watermelon head, out here saying the quiet part out loud. The whites didn't stand up for ourselves, so then they, you know who they are, they took over, folks, because the whites let them. Quiet part out loud, Charlie.
Because, and I'll be very honest, this is a white guilt kind of phenomenon where white people have been guilted for no reason whatsoever to just do nothing and allow these incredibly miserable, deranged people to take over our country.
These incredibly miserable, deranged people. These people, huh? Who are you talking about? Wonder who it could be talking about.
Because, and it's mostly an upper middle class society, and I see this white guilt phenomenon spreading in Scottsdale like crazy. It's driving me nuts, right? Where, you know, the mom drives the Tesla, the kids to school, and she then, her whole day is like, I have to try to repent for all this wealth or something. James.
Good. Black folks have 10 times less wealth than white folks due to hundreds of years of systemic racism and white supremacy. If you recognize that fact, good. That's not white guilt. That's simply recognizing the reality we live in, Charlie Kirk.
And by the way, it's very powerful. White guilt is something that funded the BLM movement and has been the basis for.
Yeah, God forbid you are socially conscious about anything instead of just towing the white supremacy line. And speaking of Charlie Kirk, apparently they had a new conference. Their latest boogeyman they're trying to scare people with is the Great Reset, because they don't have any policy positions, like I keep saying. They have nothing that actually appeals to voters, so they have to make up things to scare you with, because that's how they get votes. That's what is effective with bottom feeder white supremacists. So the Great Reset is the new thing. As I explained the last show, basically the Great Reset is an idea that we should use capitalism to be more sustainable, to help address wealth inequality and be better for all humanity instead of just shareholders and companies, which is a good idea. But oh, hell no, they can't have that. So they have to demonize it, freak you out, scare you, and lie about it. So he has a new conference, which is nothing more than a money-making scheme to scare people with. And if you needed more proof, it's nothing but a scam. Look how excited he is to be introducing the biggest scam artist other than Donald Trump to ever live.
A special remote guest for you. Now, I only ask this, since we're doing the remote guest, while we're talking, I just want to make sure our guest can hear everything we're saying and all that. So, I was told by everybody, it's not the President Trump, but it is going to make you guys, wait till you see this. All right? In fact, this man is more hated by the media than Donald Trump, and that says something, okay?
But whatever.
Which is, so, if you're going to talk about the Great Reset, then you have to have someone who's the most banned man in America. Alex Jones joins us.
Woo! Yeah, we love being conned. Thank you for bringing Alex Jones on. So then Alex Jones comes on and does his thing, gives an incredibly bizarre speech about how there was all these cows in the Garden of Eden. You remember? Remember all the cows the Bible mentions in the Garden of Eden? You don't because you've read it? Oh.
Let's zero in on the food thing, Alex. In particular, they are fascinated with getting rid of meat. Talk more about that. But
okay, I'll talk about it. Meat is bad for the environment. Cow farts is bad for the environment, but not just that. The amount of agriculture and resources it takes to fuel our meat industry has devastating effects on the climate. And by moving to more plant-based foods, we can severely offset some of that harm as our world heats up, leading to disastrous changes that are going to displace millions and kill millions of people.
Also, talk about the other implications of getting rid of meat, testosterone levels, maybe replacing it with this synthetic nonsense that Bill Gates just happens to also be an investor in, by the way.
Gates.
Super crony capitalist. Talk about why they're so incredibly focused on eradicating meat from our planet. What's going on with this?
Well, if you go back to Genesis, anybody should go read it, written 3,000 plus years ago by amazing Jewish scribes, inspired by God. In the first chapter, they just keep talking about cows and meat all day long and saying that's the real symbol of freedom. Now, Moses said later, we're not going to worship the golden calf. That's idolatry, but they were worshiping.
That's right, folks. Cows. That's what they're talking about in the Bible all the time. Cows in the Bible. Adam and Eve were just eating meat left and right, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, goddamn it, cows. That's really God's chosen animal, yo, and that's why us evil, demonic lefties want to make people eat less meat. It has nothing to do with the environment. It has nothing to do with the impact it has on our society. It's because of God and the Bible and their love for cows. It just makes sense, yo. Give this man millions of dollars stat, please. He's definitely earned it. And people actually pay for this, folks. Here's Steve Bannon, who's for some reason still out a free man, trying to lead a 4-word chant. Cringe warning.
Get up! Let's go! Defeat the Great Reset! Defeat the Great Reset!
4-word chant! 4-word chant!
Defeat the Great Reset!
Imagine paying for this, folks. For this fat, disgusting bad guy for the movie Dune. You know, the guy in the original Dune that flew up on the ceiling. It was Steve Bannon. Imagine paying him to stand up on a stage and be like, stand up and chant these words. And they're like, yeah, money well spent. God damn it. Just buy VR, people. Masturbate to VR porn. You'll be way happier, I promise. Buy some weed. I'm just saying. You're wasting your lives. And speaking of which, they've gone full cult, folks. Even Breitbart, one of the most right-wing publications of all time, that Steve Bannon himself founded. He himself called the mouthpiece of the alt-right. Apparently, they don't suck Trump's dick enough anymore. And if you don't 100% worship Trump's nuts totally, mindlessly, they will turn against you.
I will just say, Breitbart News has not covered your story or your arrest. And I find that appalling as someone that went to Breitbart News all the time, or the vaccine mandates.
No. I have people are going to cover what they're going to cover. I have no problem with that whatsoever. It is an open secret that I have fundamental disagreements with the people that own Breitbart, right? I think they have, they're not MAGA, right? They don't support really the Trump movement. They have economic interests that are opposed to us, and they're quite opposed to me.
I will just say,
I'm not talking about Bannon. I'm talking about Fat Tyler back here. But Bannon also applauds. Speaking of cat ass, the cat ass looks better than Bannon's face, though. And then I'm sort of suspect that Dr. Oz might be full of shit. Apparently, he's doing a political stunt today, a photo op, where he's taking a bunch of drug addicts. He says it wasn't planned. I just met all these drug addicts today, and I'm taking them to rehab. So, yeah, he's out claiming he found a needle on the street. But apparently, addict Steve Johnson in 2017 told Big Dada that Oz gave him cash to buy heroin so his TV crew could film him shooting up, which I have zero trouble believing because it makes good TV. Oz also promised to arrange for a rehab. 3 months later, the addict was still waiting for Oz to make good. So, yep, anything for a photo op. Literally will buy people heroin and they go on the streets and pretend like he's some kind of crusader fighting against it. That's how shameless these motherfuckers are. Don't give a fuck about anything but power. And poor Mike Lindell. I know we're all about to shed a tear for Mind Pillow, but apparently Some business people don't want to be involved with him because the FBI took his phone and he's in some legal trouble, and he's not taking it very well.
Well, I will tell you this too, everybody. It really hurt. I was doing I had a deal made on Wednesday with some new products to go up on my store, and they canceled now because out of fear to deal with Mike Lindell and my store. These were entrepreneurs, Steve, that I had set up that I was going to meet.
Yeah, well, no one wants to be associated with you, dude. That's what happens when you violate election laws and steal people's private information. They're going to distance themselves from you. Obviously, that's capitalism. Learn to love it. But you know how trash this world is? Even Mike Lindell has groupies. Look at these chinless fucks. These doughy, chinless fucks. They're exactly the type of people you would imagine would be Mike Lindell's thing. Yeah, I got a picture with Mind Pillow guy. Woohoo! My life's complete. I will never see a vagina in my life, but at least I got a picture with Mind Pillow. Just goddamn it. Pathetic. But that's conservatism for you, and that is my CHUD Watch. And folks, if you love my show, and you know you do, would you support me on Patreon? Would you do it, please? You don't have to kick in much. $1 a month. That's all it takes. I use a lot of the money to support my animal sanctuary, and I work hard, so please do it. Please help if you can. And also, I have a graphic novel I am working on. It is in the description of this video. So if you click on this video, boom, there it goes. Patreon, shut the fuck up, Dusty. And you click on more. Right here, you can buy a copy of my book. It will be done soon. I am working on it. Harrowing Tales of Woe for $20. I'm going to autograph it, send you guys out a copy. First edition. Be sure to get your first edition copy while they're still available. And also my Patreon. A link to my Patreon is right here. So if you could kick in $1 or $2 for all the free content I give to you guys, it will be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And all right, let's read the super chats. Please hit the like button, everybody. If you bail out while I read the super chat, stick around. I have a whole half of the show left. So 5 minutes from now, don't go anywhere. Daniel Flores, sorry that I bother you again with this, but I can't find the song Little Brother on your channel. If I search for it, maybe it wasn't uploaded or it got blocked. So I think what it was, I thought I made a separate video for it, but I think what I did was I actually played it on another podcast I did. So just for you, Daniel, I'm going to end the show with Little Brother. So it's going to be at the end of the show. It's going to be our outro song. So stay tuned for that. Joe LaFortune, $4. Thank you, Joe. Carly, $5. Here's some food for the kiddies. Can I get a shout out to my parents? John and Angel. What's up, John and Angel? Carly loves you. They watch your show and never miss an episode. Well, they sound like amazing parents. Good on you, Lucky. And Mike Ann became a Dust Buddy. Hey, welcome to Dust Buddy. You guys can become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spam the chat with. Cool stuff like ACAB and Bing Bong and Dark Brandon and all kinds of stuff. All the cool kids are doing it. There's a button over here you push to do it. I don't know which one it is, but you'll figure it out because you're a Dust Buddy and you're smart, so do that thing. Blaze it, says Heavy Chai. I will after the show. Thank you for the encouragement, Heavy Chai. Love to have Stash and Pretty Boy. Here's Pretty Boy and Half Stash both behind me, but you can't see them. I'm sorry. I woke them up. I got to hear JLP Beta just for you. Oh, it's not working. Oh, God, I guess I deleted it. Fuck. I deleted my beta on accident. Fuck. Do I have the boo still? I still got the boo. Okay, you get a boo instead of beta. I guess I deleted it. I tried to clean up my computer, and I deleted a bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to delete. I fucked everything up. God damn it. Fuck my life. Anyway. I tried. Verum Terra, get proof, weigh your subs, and report them to HQ. Well, I don't have to weigh the subs. The employees literally told me that they were ordered, not a recommendation. They were ordered to mistreat me on purpose by name. They said, Dusty Smith, if this guy named Dusty Smith comes in, mistreat him on purpose. Give him a bad order on purpose. That's what they ordered them to do. So I guess I could go in and film the employees. I hope I don't get fired. I hope I don't get anybody fired. I feel bad. Definitely report, Dusty. You're above being a Karen, so don't. But you're well within your rights to stand your ground against someone fleecing you. Still a paying customer. I know, right? That's shameless on them, to be honest with you. Cupid Lover, $2. Report it, Dusty. But be nice to the manager. I mean, the Indian people that own it are the managers. So there's no manager there except for them. April S., $50. What up, April? Always so generous. Hey, Dusty, here's some money. Don't spend it all in one place, or do. I don't care. Oh, man, I sure appreciate it. I had to buy like a label maker to send out the comic books with and stuff, so I really appreciate it. You are amazing for supporting the show, April. Thank you so much. Basset Hound Gang, $10. Dusty, that was me dancing around at the Trump rally dressed as Uncle Sam. Pretty cool, huh? I don't believe you. And no, it's not. Richard Bruna, welcome to Dust Buddies. Spam the chat with impunity. Urban Mosque, the finger pointing. This is a very fast positive. I know, right? Not far off. $20 from Cole James. Very generous. Thank you, Cole. Lizzie Bennett, $2. Biden is the one being divisive, right? I know, right? He had red lighting. Oh, my God. Clutch your pearl. Shelly Reynolds, 555. That salute they are doing at the T rally. That is an ASL for the letter Q. They're just holding up the letter Q with their hands. All right, that makes sense. I'm sure it's also connected to where we go when we go all. It's probably all connected together. That would make sense. Jason Anderson, I can't stop replacing the word CHUD for sink. I guess it's jink. Uger, keep kicking the liars in the balls, Dusty. Jink has been having some bad takes lately. Get your shit together, Jink. Queen Alingus, great name, $20. Also very generous, Queen Alingus. I was watching a year-old show of yours thinking it was current. It's the one where you fell off a ladder. So here is some sympathetic support for the Lou. I broke my foot, but it's better now. I still got a bump in my foot, though. My boots don't fit right anymore because I did that. Goddamn Dusty, stupid, but thank you for supporting the show, Queen. Cubit Lover, $5. Dusty, I think I told you this before. One of Trump's teachers said he was the dumbest student he ever taught. I'm surprised he even showed up to school. $2 from Gina. Call corporate. I'm the deadiest sexy poor. I might think about it. I don't know. Like I am like allergic to confrontation. I cannot stand confrontation, so I might just let it go. But I don't know. We'll see. Zachariah Smith, you think Republicans are going to lose seats? I think 2 in the House and Senate. Excuse me. I don't know. I'm hoping they've shot themselves in the foot, but we'll see what happens. Jason Ederson. Candace Owens should read about the family fun in Genesis 1930, all about Lot, having sex with his daughters. They seduced him, but that's the one that God chose, this special moral guy, so God must know what he's talking about. Deadpool, $10. I find it ironic that conservatives are the ones that claim the left have white guilt when their politics is nothing but a reflection of guilt. Hell, they use whiteness to desperate liberal ideas. I mean, like, guilt is their whole thing. Christianity couldn't possibly survive without making you feel bad for just being a human. So they're one to talk. Justin Joseph, wife and I finally got hit with COVID stick over the weekend. Vaxxed and boosted, so we'll be good. Thanks for keeping us entertained. Hey, no problem. You guys feel better soon. Love you. Herbie, Varsaurus, Brett's getting bored. Do you have any dead women in boxes? That was awesome. How much longer is it going to take for the queen to die, goddammit? That's the slowest fucking death I ever seen in my fucking life. Charlie Kelly, $5. Burn. Thank you. I didn't have it, but you had my back. Twitter, 42, $5. Love for the fur babies. Love to you, Twitter. Good to see you tonight. Welcome to Dust Buddy Shane. Cool kid, you are. Rocket6923. You can report the managers to Subway Human Resources. It wasn't managers, it's the owners. I mean, they are the managers, but they also own the place. I guess I can do that. Maybe I will. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go back and read all you guys' comments. I didn't read them yet, so after the show, and I'll see what you guys say. Thank you guys for the support. More Super Chats, please. I'm going to read all the rest of the Super Chats after the show, so you still have time to immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever on the greatest show that will ever be. So it's like buying an NFT, except for it's actually valuable. Do it. And next up, it's time for some Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! And first up, fuck off, Dusty, hit the wrong button. First off, on the Beyond Parody, did you guys see this one? Broke the internet today. 4.3 million views, and this is just like one place it was posted. So apparently, this chud-ass grandma running for office, and she wants you to know about all the horrible shit she plans to do, and she chose rap as her medium to inform us, and it's bad?
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption, where's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify this, because there's some who can't define this, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
It has everything, folks. Homophobia, transphobia, racism. Granny's got all the basic covered. Hey, but at least she rapped well, didn't she? Wasn't that good? It wasn't? Well, anyway, got 4.3 million, so she's probably going to win anyway. Because this is what America's like. This is the kind of thing that will get you elected in our society. And a lot of people pointed out, hey, this sounds exactly like the old school video, Jesus Christ is my N-word. And I gotta say, pretty close. You guys remember this one? West. I can't even read it.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo! He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga. Let his light shine through ya. Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's a homie MC, JC, you see.
Oh yeah, I just realized they're probably gonna copyright me for playing this song. God damn it, Dusty! Why did you do that? I know they copyrighted me before on that. Fuck! I've done fucked the whole show up, y'all. I'm surprised it's not gonna be taken off the air immediately. Holy God, that was a mistake. Oh well. I guess I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Fuck my life. I have made an error, y'all. Anyway, that sounds exactly like her though. Definitely got her style from that. And next up, on Beyond Parody, folks. Good God! How can you get more ridiculous than this? So they had a Christian youth summit. So of course they brought on a child sex trafficker to be a guest speaker. Here's a rapey big forehead, Matt Gaetz, leading the Texas Youth Summit. And look at all those young people in the audience. So young they are with their bald spots and gray hair. I spot 0 young people. There are no young people in this audience. So, yeah, it's like the Blacks for Trump, which is a bunch of white folks the same exact way. And,
you know, you can go knock on 200 doors on a Saturday. You can edit video. You can open and unlock an iPhone. That can be very difficult for others, especially in Congress. I'm just glad to be in a room where I'm one of the oldest people. You know,
oh my God, how can you make it? How can you parody it? You got a child sex trafficker in a room saying, I'm just glad all you people are much younger than me. Yeah, no shit. Good God, conservatives. Just how are you not too embarrassed to leave the house? I almost admire you for not having any shame. And then, speaking of shameless, apparently Candace Owens been watching incest porn.
Conversation that I was having with my husband about pornography. My husband completely abstains from social media. And if you ask him, he just casually says, because it's all pornography.
Can you imagine being this much of a fucking dork, being this much of a fucking shelter pearl-clutching loser? The same people that continuously make fun of other people for needing a safe space won't even go on social media because it's porn. Oh my God, I might see a boobie or something. Imagine if that happened. Just so pathetic and weak.
He's talking about Instagram, he's talking about Facebook, he's talking about opening up a page and looking at the Daily Mail. But we've become so desensitized to it. So when I'm on Instagram, I don't even pay attention to the fact that actually, yeah, no, there's just nothing but butts and people's tits on the internet at all times. But we've become increasingly as a culture saying that this is okay. And so I wanted to have that discussion about pornography. I was listening to a Catholic podcast and they were talking about how even the seeds that are being planted on porn websites, which I did visit yesterday, are all incestuous. And
that's right. I was on the porn websites yesterday looking at the incest porn. So I'm not surprised. But like the person said before, maybe you want to check the Bible. It specifically mentions God's chosen person. God literally destroyed 2 towns because they're evil. And he only saved one family. Only one family was worthy of being saved. And they went on to commit incest with each other. So, just saying, nothing more biblical than incest, Candace Owens. But the funny thing is like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but like 10 years ago, I made a video about how when I was working in porn, incest was one of the most popular categories. Man, it's crazy. The shit I talked about 10 years ago is now being brought up in the mainstream. Super cool, universe. This dark parody I'm living in. And once again, and you can't have a Beyond Parody section without Jordan Peterson. And he has a new video out called It's Okay to Be a Man. Finally, somebody said it. Because you know how we're always taught it's not okay to be a man. It's bad to be a man and you're not allowed to be a man. Remember how we're always taught that always? No? No one has ever said that ever? Being a man is completely rewarded and encouraged in our society? What are you saying? You're saying he just makes up bullshit in order to play the victim, in order to grift people? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I believe that. That definitely sounds true. And, are you people in the UK okay? The cult of the royal family is so fucking bizarre. If this isn't a religion, I have never seen one.
Not allow anything to overshadow the.
Let me play it again for the beginning.
We should not allow anything to overshadow the most important event the world will ever see, and that's the funeral of Her Majesty and the passing of Her Majesty.
That's right, the most important event in the history of mankind. Walking on the moon, fuck that. That was nothing. Freeing the slaves, nah. The Queen's death. Can't let anything overshadow this most important event. Like, fuck y'all. Fuck the Queen. Fuck everything about this stupid bullshit. She dead. Get over it already. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? And I don't think King Sausage Fingers is doing very well since Mommy died. Here's the first day without his mommy, and he can't even button his own fucking jacket, dude. Don't he have helpers and shit? He the fucking king. Get your shit together, Sausage Fingers. And one more, apparently, if Trump would have been invited to the royal funeral, he would have complained about where he sat. This is like the most Trump tweet ever. This is what happens to America in just 2 short years. No respect. However, a good time for our president to get to know the leaders of certain third world countries. If I were president, they wouldn't have sat me back there. And our country would be much different than it is right now. That's right. I would have complained like a motherfucker and got sat at the front of the funeral. Like, good God. Is there a more petty human than Donald Trump? Has there ever been? I submit there is not. And one more on a Beyond Parody. So Herschel Walker been going around for the last couple months, dodging a debate with his opponent Warnock. while at the same time claiming that Warnock was dodging the debates, calling him a chicken, all this kind of shit. So finally, he cherry-picked a certain debate, and Warnock said, okay, fine, I'll do your cherry-picked debate that you have home field advantage on. And so now Herschel Walker has to go out there and lower expectations for himself and be like, I'm just a country boy. I'm dumb. He gonna kick my ass, but I'm gonna do as good as I can. Here's this human concussion. Let's have a listen.
So I'm preparing. I'm this country boy. You know, I'm not that smart. And he's that preacher. He's a smart man, wear these nice suits. So he's going to show up and embarrass me at the debate October the 14th. And I'm just waiting. You know, I'll show up and I'm going to do my best.
Don't blame being a country boy for the fact you're a fucking moron. I'm a country boy too, but I'm sort of intelligent. Like I said before, I have an IQ pretty close to the top of the charts. Not 100, but like a 99 IQ. So like really, really high IQ. If you know anything about how the IQ charts work, 99 is right near the top. And anyway, don't blame being a country boy for that, dude. It's because you have CTE, repetitive shots to the head have destroyed your brain, and now you can't even speak like Muhammad Ali or some shit. It ain't because you're from the country. Anyway, that is my Beyond Parody. Hope you enjoyed it. What you got to say, Dirty Sexies? The Republicans, that's our boy. I know. We like people are as dumb as we are. It makes us feel good. If someone as stupid as Herschel Walker can be in Congress, anybody can. 100 is a perfect score. I know, right? Top of the IQ chart. Quote me. Google it. IQ comedy right there. That's rare. I know, right? Who makes IQ jokes? Nobody. I'm in a different league. Pop, pop, says my bug zapper. The King's new clothes suck. Are they still invisible? You're a perfect 100. All right, I appreciate it. I didn't want to brag and say that I was a perfect 100 IQ, but if you guys want to say I have 100 IQ, okay, I'll take the compliment. All right, let's move right along. What time is it? Ooh, 30 more minutes. I said it was going to be a short show. Look at my lying ass. Never done that before. And now we have a very short what the fuck. Let's do it. What the fuck? WTF exclamation mark, WTF question mark, and not necessarily in that order. And first off, on tonight's what the fuck? I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to pretend it is because I have an interesting story that's similar to this to tell. So first off, apparently this woman walked out to her car and this is what she found.
So I went to Walmart. I found this on my car saying, sorry for the damage on your car, can't afford to fix it, but here's chocolate instead. Left this, and here's the damage on my car.
Damn.
So I went to Walmart.
They must have fucked up their car too. Good God, they total your shit. Don't Walmart have security cameras? Just saying, might want to look into that. And I actually have a story similar to that. My dad, when he was alive, he claimed that something similar happened to him at Walmart, where he accidentally backed into the car and people were looking at him. So he got up and he wrote a fake note that was almost word for word exactly this. I hit your car, but I'm pretending to write my info because people are watching me. Hope you can fix it. Good luck. And I don't know why my dad told that story because that is not a good story. He thought it was funny and everybody laughed at it, but that is trash behavior. I am so disappointed in you, dead daddy. Psh. I forgive you, though, because of your death. But still, not cool. And then, doesn't seem to be going very well for AOC's MAGA opponent, Tina Forte. Here is the giant crowds she is drawing at her campaign events.
To the oceans, white reflect.
Nailed it. Perfect pitch, folks. She should go on American Idol, but good luck, Tina Forte. Not going very well. And you guys hear about Ezra Miller? Apparently, they are out of their fucking mind. They got a hiatus from their movies because of COVID, and then they started hanging out with shaman who were basically just drug dealers. And they were getting all kinds of drugs from the shaman, and the shaman was like, you are reincarnated Jesus. And they were going around telling people that they were a real life Flash. I guess that's the superhero that they play. Miller would talk about the metaverse and the medicine and how they're the Messiah and what their work is here, a source said. They say their spiritual practice is to be among the people, which means party. So when in Iceland, they were out nonstop. Their favorite were raves, where they could go on benders for 2 or 3 days at a time. This is typical celebrity behavior. People suck your dick and kiss your ass all the time, and you take all kinds of psychedelic drugs, and next thing you know, you think you're some kind of cult leader or guru. Got that Morbius energy. The fuck's that Morbius guy's name? You know what I'm talking about. That guy thinks he's Jesus. Fucking Morbius. It's Morbin time. And then one more. So shut the fuck up. So this went viral again. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I think I played this before. But since Tucker Carlson is out there spreading the lies about Nantucket and trying to justify the abuse of migrants and lying to them and kidnapping them and sending them overseas. And since he's constantly pushing this gays are groomers, trans people are groomers narrative, I thought I would play this clip of Tucker Carlson saying some of the most vile things you could possibly imagine. Prepare your jaw to hit the floor if you've never heard this before.
Well, actually, he's not in prison for that. He didn't. Warren Jeffs didn't marry underage girls.
No, he's in prison for facilitation of child rape.
Whatever the hell that means.
That means
he's in prison. He's in prison because he's weird and unpopular, and he has a different lifestyle that other people find creepy.
No, he's an accessory to the rape of children. That is a felony, and a serious one at that.
What do you mean an accessory? He's like got some weird religious cult where he thinks it's okay to, marry underage girls, but he didn't do it. Why wouldn't the guy who actually did it, who had sex with an underage girl, he should be the one who's doing life? The rapist in this case has made a lifelong commitment to live and take care of the person. So it is a little different. I mean, let's just be honest about it. He's not accused of touching anybody. He is accused of facilitating a marriage between a 16-year-old girl and a 27-year-old man. That's the accusation. That's what they're calling felony rape.
But in our state,
that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Now, this guy may be a total creep, maybe a child rapist. I'm just telling you that arranging a marriage between a 16-year-old and a 27-year-old is not the same as pulling a stranger off the street and raping her. That's bullshit.
But you know what? In my brief experience, what gets women going is arguing with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Brad, I never use that.
It's true. You debate politics with a woman and just go, just full blown out there, especially feminism. If you're talking to a feminist and she's giving you, men really need to be more sensitive and this. Actually, men don't need to be more sensitive. You just need to be quiet and kind of do what you're told.
And lighten up a little bit, bitch.
They love it.
Alexis Stewart, we run into her all the time.
She seems
Cunt.
awful.
Yeah, she is awful.
They're very cunty.
She seems extremely
I like
cunty.
to hear that word out of, I stepped over me. She seems, what? Now go ahead.
She just does seem a little cunty. Yeah, I mean, you said it. I'm just agreeing with you. I don't use that word because
right. I'd love for Tucker Carlson tonight on MSNBC. A girl that comes across kind of cunty.
Well, she does. I mean, I heard her. Now I'm a Brent fan, so okay, I'm stating my bias right out front here. But I heard her on with him, and I just wanted to give her the spanking she so desperately
I actually
needs.
watched.
When she's laying her head in your bed at night, you know who the hell's in her bedroom and what they're doing. Nobody, just her. Well, when she's in a dormitory type setting and these little girls start experimenting around, next thing you know, you got a lesbian on your hands.
I don't think that's likely.
Next thing you know, Brent, what's going on in the Combe dormitory? Nothing. I don't got a PSP to play. I ain't got nothing going on. I ain't got my mom and dad here to tell me that they love me and tuck me in bed. So here's Trixie, and she wants to explore my body a little bit. So, hey, let's go crazy.
Wow.
That if it weren't my daughter,
that's
I'd
one
applaud
theory.
that.
Well, I mean,
I just can't, and I just think that's pretty unlikely.
Can you tell them as outlandish as that is? How old is your daughter?
14. Well, I love women, but they're extremely primitive. They're basic. They're not.
If it wasn't my daughter, I'd be so into it. If it wasn't my 14-year-old daughter, it'd be super hot, says Tucker Carlson.
that hard to understand.
Putting Paris and Brittany in a commercial with Obama is classic old school miscegenation, old South.
Uncle Tom.
It's old South. These two young white girls are going to be dating a black man.
Say that he's coming for your pristine white daughter by putting two of the biggest white whores in America.
You want to fuck Sarah Palin?
There's that. There is that. I'll agree with that. I feel sorry for unattractive women. I mean, there's nothing they did, you know?
What's better than hockey, weed, and whores? I mean...
But first of all, there's no Canadian woman that you'd want to pay to sleep with. Anybody who answers my trophy wife is my favorite possession is my hero. I don't give a shit. I'm voting for the guy.
Yep, super cool. Tucker Carlson, the #1 newscaster in the fucking country. God damn it, we're trash in every possible way. What can you do? We're hopeless and doomed. What you gotta say? He's sick. He is sick. Disturbing as shit. Gross. Agreed. Oh my fucking God. I'm on board with you. Nasty. But hey, that's America for you. That's what conservatives support. That's where we're at. And now, folks, Trash World. Trash World. Trash World. Dumpster fire. Hellish Trash World. Trash World. Everything sucks all of the time. Trash World. Trash World. And first off on this Trash World, conservative heroes versus Democratic heroes. Our Democratic heroes got shit on for taking a knee. You conservative heroes get shit on because they took millions from the poorest among us, the most needy. Even though they already had hundreds of millions of dollars, still, this is who you support, conservatives. This is who you are, garbage humans. Trash World is perfect for you. You just want to make it more trash all the time. And speaking of which, the richest motherfucker on earth, this is the type of human being he is. Is it really true that 14-year-olds are receiving hormone, or that 4-year-olds are receiving hormone treatment? Like, first off, it's kind of funny that Kefal's ratioed the richest man of the world. Pretty cool. A trans woman ratioed the richest man of the world. But also, what do you think puberty blockers do, Elon Musk? If a 4-year-old is going through puberty, they should probably be on puberty blockers, Elon, because that's very, very bad for your health to be going through puberty at fucking 4. But these motherfuckers who don't understand medicine, who don't have medical degrees, who don't have a clue what the fuck they're talking about, all he wants to do is spread homophobia, transphobia, fear. People get mad at me for talking shit about Tesla. I'm sorry. I think if you drive a Tesla, you should automatically be assumed that you're a homophobe, a transphobe, and a white supremacist. Sorry. People are like, Dusty, stop shitting on Tesla. You have to drive one. You have to drive one to see how awesome they are, and you would fall in love with them. I don't give a shit if a Tesla blows me as it drives me around. I don't care if on the screen it plays grandma porn the entire fucking drive. I ain't gonna get in the motherfucker. Because this is the asshole making money off of it, and I have integrity and morals. Sorry, I still love you. Some of you Tesla people that are mad at me for saying that, I still love you. You can be a fan and all that. I'm still good with it, but no thanks. Garbage. Stop buying this shit. I don't give a fuck how good those cars are. Not worth my integrity. And then they still bitching about the Little Mermaid, y'all, but you notice that you didn't hear shit when during the live version of the Little Mermaid they had an Asian American playing the Little Mermaid. That was cricket as fuck about that. It's almost like it's 100% about the fact that it's a black girl now. Also had this one, Arlie Carvalho, I don't know how you pronounce that, was in the live version, who is half native Hawaiian and also Puerto Rican. Did you hear shit about that? Nope. But it's a black girl and suddenly, oh my God, they've ruined my childhood. Think of our heritage. It's almost like it's almost entirely about racism, which it is. And it's funny to hear Christians bitch about a character changing races. Because you guys literally have a white Jesus. Your main guy that you worship had pictures all over your fucking wall. White as shit. When he was clearly Middle Eastern. So what are you complaining about, you fucking whiny snowflakes? Goddamn hypocrisy. Oh, you got. And I already reported this story before, but now it's going more mainstream. So you guys remember when the police posted this? This child was lost during the violent riots in Philadelphia. You know, when the libs and the black folks went out there and burned down our cities. Those heartless fucking left-wing assholes. This child was completely abandoned, just wandering around. And the cops rescued this innocent child while all the evil blacks were out there destroying the city. So this child was wandering around barefoot in an area that was experiencing complete lawlessness. The only thing this Philadelphia police officer cared about in that moment was protecting this child. We are not your enemy. We are the thin blue line, and we are the only thing standing between order and anarchy. That's right, folks. Only the truth is, they beat the child's mom. They are the reason this kid was without a parent, and now they have to pay millions of dollars for lying about it in public. The city of Philadelphia will pay $2 million to a black woman who was pulled from a car and beaten by officers and had her toddler used for social media fodder by the police union. Officials say, yeah, you guys are not evil, are you? The National Fraternal Order of Police? You're not the bad guys. You're the heroes standing between us and lawlessness. Yeah, you're the fucking gang members whose words should be inadmissible by default in court because all you do is fucking lie. And of course, you don't care because it wasn't the Fraternal Order of Police that had to pay this. It was the taxpayers of Philadelphia. What a fucking scam. You get to lie, you get to kill people, abuse them, mistreat society. You get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and then the taxpayers have to pay all the people you abuse. How can you be more evil than these motherfuckers? You cannot. Disband the National Fraternal Order of Police. They should be up on RICO charges. Put them under the goddamn jail. ACAB these motherfuckers. And then I'm going to skip this Bill Maher clip because I don't even want to fucking talk about Bill Maher, to be honest with you. I'm bored with Bill Maher. And then, folks, in this trash world, holy God, I am sort of still a capitalist in a way, but I am up for debate about whether it should be eliminated. More U.S. employers are trapping workers in a new form of indentured servitude. And, folks, the acronym of what they're doing is literally TRAP. Bosses in industries such as retail, healthcare, and logistics are reverting to an old tactic of trapping people in miserable jobs by threatening to saddle them with debt if they quit. Workers across the United States in fields ranging from nursing to trucking have been discouraged from leaving jobs they hate or can't afford to keep because employers vow to charge them for training costs if they quit before an arbitrary deadline. The threats are backed by so-called training repayment agreement provisions, or traps. They literally call them traps in employment contracts. The practice has been likened by critics to indentured servitude and peonage, formerly common types of debt bondage, in which a borrower is bound to perform labor for credit. Yeah, slave labor. That's what they're doing, folks. Gonna scare you into staying in shitty jobs because if you don't, you're going to owe a bunch of money. Do what you're told. Bend the knee, fuckos. And speaking of which, it's the fucking Handmaid's Tale here. Now, I assume this is true because I didn't research this ahead of time, but apparently this happened down in South Carolina where they arrested a woman on a beach for wearing a bikini and claimed they arrested her because she was nude, even though we can clearly say she's not. Look at this crazy shit.
Why is it illegal to have a bikini on the beach?
I literally wear this to the beach
every day.
Show you.
We're going to show you. Absolutely. It shall be unlawful for any person appearing in the nude on any public beach access to the public waters or any public property in the view of the public.
I'm not nude.
So nobody's nude. There's nobody nude right now.
I'm not nude.
Okay, you're in a thong.
The thong is not
thong
nude.
is not nude. All right.
The color told us that we're nude and that we can't be nude on the beach. Not nude. I asked him to show me where it says like you wear a thong. He said no. He told me that he wouldn't show me. And I said, okay, then we're done here. And then he put me in cuffs immediately.
Why is it illegal?
Yep, Sharia law, folks. That's what it's all about in the Bible Belt. Isn't new, but it doesn't matter, folks. Indecently laws, it's just a matter of time before they go around and arrest people for not wearing burqas. Al-Qaeda here, the American Taliban, fuck the police, and I smoked a little something just now. Apparently, people liked it when I smoked a little weed at the end of the last show, and I become more calm and more stoned. So I guess I'm going to try just a few shows where at the very end, I smoke a little weed and do the show, not as the circus performer, but kind of more as the laid-back Stone Dusty to give you guys sort of a different taste. So let's do the rest of the show as Stone Dusty. And then next up, in this goddamn trash world, apparently, MAGA activists flooded the VA Suicide Prevention Crisis Hotline, trying to get funds for the traitors on January 6th who try to overthrow our government and install a dictator. Super cool.
They're trying to kill them.
No,
they're
not.
denying them their rightful VA benefits.
They're traitors. They're lucky that we no longer hang fucking traitors. They're lucky they are not revoked of their citizenship. They're lucky most of them are just doing a minimum slap on the wrist amount of jail time. Because it could be a lot fucking worse. Hell, you people continuously call for the death of traitors. But now, of course, they're your heroes. Because nothing you say means shit.
This is wrong. It's against our Constitution. Their civil rights, their constitutional rights, and their human rights are being violated. Where is your outrage?
My outrage was reserved for when they tried to overthrow the fucking government like the traitors they are. Where was your outrage?
I'm giving you mine. Stand up.
No.
Get here.
Get fucked.
Go to your local VAs.
Hell.
Stand up for these men. They stood for you.
They did not stand for me. They literally tried to overthrow my government and install a reality show host as the dictator. That is the opposite. They tried to destroy the Constitution, overthrow our democracy. That is as opposite of standing up for me as you can fucking possibly get, you moonbat.
Don't let them down. I beg of you.
Beg harder. I want to see tears. Get on your knees. Grovel, bitch. And that is my trash world. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got 2 Karen videos. And the intro video is so fire, I gotta play it. It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause, bitch, you're caring too much. Karen Trump, always the best in that video. I love that, and the dog is cute. So first off, imagine being this type of person. Ruining somebody else's birthday party because they're too loud for you. You're in public, bitch. People are going to celebrate. Be happy. Imagine being so miserable. You have to try to destroy other people's joy. Dumps water on it for being loud. People. I mean, I hate to make assumptions, but I bet they're conservative. Usually people act like this, they're conservative for some reason. They're just so miserable.
We've been screaming at each other for a fucking hour while you bitches scream through here. Just the fuck up, did you want to fucking fight that? People are paying their money here. There's children behind us.
have fun. Like, if you don't like the noise, just leave. They have just as much right to be there as you do. They're just enjoying their lives. Sorry you're so fucking miserable, but go be miserable alone, bitch.
Wow. We've already fucking finished. Hopefully you guys watch your fucking phone next time.
Somebody said zero context. You can hear what they're saying. She's yelling at them because they're having a birthday party and being loud. And then one more Karen video. Another zombie Karen at the school board meetings, folks. And this one, holy shit, maybe the zombiest of all the school board zombies. I don't think she was supposed to be there. And what's so ridiculous here is no matter how crazy what she's saying is, especially at the end, they're still cheering for her in the audience. This is how far gone these people are.
California, where we happen to take our kids for Disneyland with our school trips.
Can we
Isn't
please
Disney
focus
under?
on 3.03?
No, I am.
We're not talking about water
Disney
rights.
is. We're finding out it's super creepy and weird. California allows you to have sex with kids as long as there's a 10-year or less age difference. That's where we're taking our kids with our sexually confused teachers who don't have children of their own. I've been with my husband for 20-something years.
All right.
I never have to discuss my sex life in public.
You literally are. You literally just mentioned your husband and your sex life in public.
Because my 3 beautiful kids teach your girls not to let every guy come in them so they don't have to have abortions.
Miss Kingsley,
Take control of your children.
Can
you ejaculate?
Absolutely no.
Don't let everyone ejaculate at you. Control your own body. You don't have abortions. Planned Parenthood was founded to kill minorities.
We're going to.
Why are you cutting off my time?
You are completely out of order.
This is why
we are in a board meeting. This is out of order. Miss Kingsley, please leave the dais.
No, you don't get it. You don't get to control. Hey, you have a box of pubic hair. You have a box of pubic hair you collected, Lola Brooks. I know about your book. I know about your book of pubic hair.
And they're still clapping. They're still clapping as she shouts about this woman's box of pubic hair. So we're doomed. Doomed as doom could be, I must say. God damn it, Karens. Ruin everything. And all right, that is my what the fuck Karen section for today. What you guys got to say, Data Sexes? She doesn't deserve that red hair. It's probably fake. My opinion needs to be universalized. Yep, not afraid to scream it. They're definitely loud. You got to give them that. Your poor husband. Divorce. Look into it, dude. All right. Heroes. Let's do it. We could be heroes just for one day. So first off on the hero section, did you guys hear this one? Apparently science created matter from nothing? Isn't that impossible? You guys told me that was impossible and you did it? Well, I gotta read this one. We probably all heard the phrase, you can't make something from nothing. I have heard that phrase. But in reality, the physics of our universe isn't that cut and dry. In fact, scientists have spent decades trying to force matter from absolutely nothing. And now, they've managed to prove that a theory first shared 70 years ago was correct, and we really can create matter out of absolutely nothing. All right, well, that's some crazy ass shit. The universe is made up of several conservation laws. These laws govern energy, charge, momentum, and so on down the list. In the quest to fully understand these laws, scientists have spent decades trying to figure out how to create matter. A feat that is far more complex than it even sounds. It sounds incredibly fucking complex already. We previously turned matter invisible. We did? But creating it out of nothing is another thing altogether. There are many theories on how to create matter from nothing, especially as quantum physicists have tried to better understand the Big Bang and what could have caused it. We know that colliding two particles in empty space can sometimes cause additional particles to emerge. There are even theories that a strong enough electromagnetic field could create matter and antimatter out of nothing itself. But managing to do any of these things has always seemed impossible. Still, that hasn't stopped scientists from trying, and now that research seems to have paid off. As Big Thing reports, early in 2022, a group of researchers created strong enough electric fields in their laboratory to level the unique properties of a material known as graphene. With these fields, the researchers were able to enable the spontaneous creation of particle-antiparticle pairs from nothing at all. This proved that creating matter from nothing is indeed possible, a theory first proposed by Julian Schwinger, one of the founders of quantum field theory, and with that knowledge we can hopefully better understand how the universe makes something from nothing. Holy shit, folks! We're just going to have like these Star Trek shit that could just make whatever we want to instantly in the future. I hope they like cure aging and shit. Stat, get on that so I can live to see it. Looking forward to that if I do. And one more hero. What is it? Oh yeah. Okay, so you guys remember the kid, his last name's Glass, and he got stuck on the side of the road and he for some reason called the cops. I assume that he was high on something. He had to be on drugs. He was acting real strange. But he made the mistakes of calling the cops, and they got there and they murdered him. Remember that? I showed you guys that whole really sad, depressing video last week. Well, anyway, this is his mom. His mom spoke out about the fucking pigs, and she was incredibly eloquent and nailed this. And it's important to share this video, in my opinion.
This is the pendant that was in his car, which was totally and utterly trashed when my friends retrieved it for me. And it's Mary and Jesus. And on the back it actually is inscribed, "Pray for us." And I have to say, we have to pray for us. We have to pray for us in America to make this a less violent country. I think a lot of people now would agree that there's a systemic problem with policing. It's too aggressive. They escalate at every opportunity. And it looks like they're spoiling for a fight.
Exactly.
No other industrialized nation comes even close to the amount of police killings that happen in this country. There seems to be just too many bad apples in the police, and they really need to be weeded out urgently. Because they carry so much power. They carry guns, and they're licensed to kill with impunity, and in large part, no accountability. Police talk about training, but really training's not enough. It's in the recruitment. You know, an aggressive bully is always going to be an aggressive bully, and I don't know how you can train that characteristic out. Pay more, elevate the status of the profession by getting rid of the rod, and hire people with kind hearts and a moral compass. The Clear Creek Police Force have behaved so badly every step of the way. Only a few hours afterwards, they put out a false report to the media, and no one even bothered to check for accuracy or for truthfulness. They stated the killer would be out on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. The CBI investigation's finished. It took 6 weeks. That finished at the end of July. It finished at the end of July, and I know there's ongoing criminal investigations. Yet within a few days of Christian's murder, they actually put him back out. He's back out in the force with a gun in his pocket on duty. It's disgusting. Pray for our son. Pray for a structural change in policing in this country so these killings and beatings of the public stop. They should be protecting us, not attacking us. The police need to know if they act criminally, they will face charges and punishment just like the rest of us. This heart rock, among others, Siddhartha's got the big one. These heart rocks were in Christian's car, along with other rocks and precious stones. He just wished the world was more gentle and kind. He actually offered to throw his rock knives and his tools out of the window so they wouldn't be worried. But they told him no, and he obeyed. Christian was just petrified. He was paralyzed by fear, but they had no empathy. And I'm so proud of him. And you know, there's a hole in my heart, and it will be there till the day I die. And what keeps me upright, and what keeps me putting one foot in front of the other, is to seek justice, and really to get that asshole behind bars.
What a fucking hero. Holy shit. Imagine going through that, going through what she went through, and then being able to deliver a speech like that, a perfect speech. Just, I want to cry because it makes me so fucking sad. I know the pain she must be going through. But, like, you said it, sister. You said exactly the right thing at the right time, and thank you. I'm sorry, but thank you for saying that. Hopefully, who knows, hopefully it'll make some change in the world. All right, let's do the slow news week. Where's the fucking button? Oh, here it is. Slow news week, Dusty Smith. Yeehaw. And first, I'm not stoned, folks, at all. You're stoned. First off, on slow news, Dusty Smith. Yeehaw. Oh, what is it? Okay, sorry. I lost my train of thought. I'm all fucking sad and depressed now, y'all. All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, how about this movie? I got an idea. Hear me out, huh? That's pretty close. Pretty good. I mean, Ernest already did go to jail. Maybe he went to jail for steroids. Reboot. Let's make that shit happen, yo. And then on Slow News with Dusty Smith, snap back into character, Dusty. You can do it. I got a shout out from Walter Masterson on his podcast he was doing. You know, Walter Masterson, he's the master troll who trolls chuds all day long. Well, he played my clip and he thanked me for it. So bad at the same time. Don't think about it. Cognitive dissonance, doublethink, where your mind can hold two diametrically opposing things, yet believe they are both true at the same time. Straight out of 1984, where you had Orwell and then 100% this guy doesn't believe what he's saying.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Thank you. Thank you, Cult of Dusty.
You're welcome, Walter Masterson. Keep up the good work. Thank you for all the free content you provide for me. And then, did you guys hear about The Woman King? This is one of those movies that went woke, so it was going to go broke. It hadn't been released yet, but the chuds were mad because it had an all-black cast, you know, over in Africa a long time ago, where everybody was black. All the cast of this movie's black, and they're like, you have to, no diversity. Where's all the diversity? It had a woman in it, so they're like, it got a woman in it. It's woke, and if you go woke, you go bro. Well, apparently it did well. The Woman King slays with overperforming 19 million debuts. So, I guess that once you go broke, you go woke thing only applies to things that do bad, right? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They can say it after the fact to anything that bombs, but examples like this that don't bomb, they would just ignore it, right? Doesn't exist anymore. So I'm going to go see that. Looks like it's pretty cool. And then I'm going to skip that one. And what time is it? Hey, who loves overtime? You love overtime. Last chance to get in your super chats. I'm stunned. I'm going to do this anyway. All right, Dusty, get your shit together. I'm not going to smoke weed on the show anymore. I don't like this. I like to be more focused than all over the place. A great example of how our messaging on vaccinations and pandemics failed. This is how we really should have been explaining it to people. It's the Swiss cheese method. Yes, every method has holes in it, but you layer all the methods together for the ultimate protection. So when people say, well, vaccines don't 100% work, people can still get it with vaccines. You're like, yes, that is just one step. Well, mask. People wear masks and they get it all the time. Masks aren't extremely effective, yes, but they're minorly effective, which goes along with the social distancing. Why I got a social distance 6 feet instead of 7 feet? It's just a rough guideline. You put all these things together so you have ultimate protection so you don't fucking die, you goddamn idiots. Never seen people try so hard to fight against people just trying to save their goddamn lives. It's like trying to save a drowning person and they drown you. Happens all the fucking time. And smartest Andrew Tate fan out there. Apparently a few of these fucking incels are starting to realize it's all a huge scam and a grift. Fell for Andrew Tate's hustler meme. B18 literally intentionally failed grade 12, thinking I'd laugh at all my classmates getting A's while I'm richer than them after starting an online business. Fail at everything, lose my money in crypto leverage, drop shipping empire fails, feel like a scammed loser because that's what you are. It's a pyramid scheme. At the top, this guy shows you his airplanes and his fast cars and shit. And promises you that you can do the same thing where you send him money and he makes the money where he can buy himself fast cars, but you don't make anything because it's a fucking scam, you idiots. I guess you're still young, though. I sold, like, diet pills when I was a kid, too. So I guess everybody's got to make their mistakes, you know. And this was cool. Did you guys fucking see this one? I don't know how old this is or not. This might be something old, and you guys might already know about this. But I don't follow sports, so I don't know anything about this. But it's a cool way to get pictures taken with your favorite team members. I guess you can pick out, like, 4 or 5 team members on this board, and then you stand where it tells you to stand, and you get ready, and then the team members just fucking appear in the picture with you somehow, as if demon magic, I can only assume. It's demon magic, right? And then it takes a picture, and then I guess emails you the picture? That'll be my guess on how that works, but pretty fucking cool. Gotta love technology. Nice little souvenirs there, and then one more. Also a great idea, in my opinion. Local brewery doesn't have gender-specific bathrooms, only stalls with the specific type of toilet. This is brilliant. So you just go wherever you want to. These have urinals. So probably, if you're a woman, probably you wouldn't go in those normally, right? But if like you're a trans woman, you might use them. See? So everybody is included. Nobody's excluded. No one's made to feel unsafe or whatever the fuck your excuse is. Beautiful idea. Love it. Do it everywhere. And that is my show. Fuck yeah. Rocked another one out. I don't think we lost, nice picture, Dusty. I don't think we lost fucking sync, did we? The whole goddamn time? Somebody told me they thought the reason I was losing sync was because I was playing videos from news websites and I was making them large, and whenever I did that, it fucked up the whole video. So maybe if I don't do that anymore, we're going to test that out. We'll see. And Rich Lauda, cops keep killing these kind, gentle kids. It's sickening. They see weakness and are just encouraged to be bullies. They are. We need some kind of police, but the system needs a major overhaul. Yes. A completely different system than we have now, where there's a complete civilian group made up of social workers at the top, and all police are accountable to them. That would be a great start. Love you, MJ. Good to see you tonight. Horns to you, K. Drew. How's it going? Cuban Larry, $10. The richest motherfucker in the world. Clasping diamonds, clasping pearls. Never knows of the world the poor. Have been hurled. His racism and greed now comes unfurled. Yep, don't buy a Tesla. I'm not saying you should go out and key people's Teslas. Giver Lover, I am a member of the left, not running out of breath. Gonna fight with great might. Dusty is the role model who's really out of sight. Hey, appreciate it. You're a poet and you know it. Welcome to Dust Buddies, Eric J. Spam the chat with impunity. Sexy motherfucker. Charles Berg, I am thrilled that it was rapping Granny. Yeah, that's a very important P. I misspelled it at first and it said raping Granny. And that's a completely different story. Thank goodness you just spelled P. Hope everybody had a good meal to eat. Yep. I had a good time. You can report the managers of Subway Human Resources. All right, I think I read that already. All right. Look for the fur babies, beta. All right, I think I read all those. Cool. Woman King was awesome. Go see it. I'll wait until I can legally purchase it. So they'll have a good version out for too long, I'm quite sure. And all right, folks. If you love my show, please, become a patron. Why aren't you a patron already? What is wrong with you? There's a link in the description of this video to my Patreon, and it would make you feel good about yourself when you're watching the show, and you'd be like, hey, I'm a patron of this guy. He's entertaining me, and I'm rewarding him for it. I'm a decent human being. Don't you want to be a decent human being? No pressure or anything, but all of the pressure. And buy my book, Herring Tales of Woke, available. I'm almost done with it. Almost. It'll be done before too long. But autographed copy, $20. Can't beat it. Do it. All right, let's do a Q&A. What's going on, guys? Let's see what I've been watching. I watched something I thought was good. What was? Oh, I don't know. I get mad because no matter what show it is or movie it is, if you go to the torrent sites and read the little forum underneath it, they're always bitching about wokeness on everything. Everything's fucking woke, even things that have nothing to goddamn do with politics or wokeness or anything at all. And one of the things they were shitting on is the new show, The Serpent Queen. And I saw a still picture of it, and I was like, that looks boring as fuck. It doesn't look like it's a period piece. Usually those are boring as shit. And then I went to IMDb, and half the comments were like, it's woke. It's woke as shit. And so I was like, well, let me see what's woke about this. So I went and watched it, and it's good. It's actually a really good show. It's well done. It's funny. It's quirky. But the reason it's woke is because the lead actor is a woman. And that's it. That's literally the only reason it's woke. So it's just so ridiculous. I want to punish the anti-woke mind virus idiots by doing the exact opposite of what they want me to do. What else did I watch? Let's see. Let's go to this site that I only use to see. Hey, Quantum Leap started tonight. The new reboot of Quantum Leap apparently started tonight. I have not watched that yet. I did watch the new Fletch movie with Don Draper. I think I talked about that last time, though. All right. I think that's the only thing. Of course, the new Game of Thrones is out. I watched that. It's pretty good. Incest is the best. All right, folks. Let me do a quick Q&A before we get the fuck out of here. Wasn't a short show at all. Who is shocked? Do your shock face in the chat if you're shocked by the fact that this wasn't actually a short show and went to overtime. Good show. Hey, thanks, Rocks. I got home just in time to hop into the chat. But I listen to all the show. I appreciate it. Let's do it fast. I must talk really fast, though, when you make it 2x, because I already talk really fast. They are also resurrecting the passenger pigeon to restore mini forest in the eastern. That's a good idea. Take out my money, Dusty. I will, Tim. Thank you. How do you do your show without having to go pee? Are you dehydrated? It's only a 2-hour show. My prostate's not that big. You have to pee more than every 2 hours? Be best, free way to support Cult of Dusty. Hit the like button. Hell yeah. You guys hit the like button. I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. I feel a little bit hoarse. Hopefully I do not lose my voice, because it's literally my job. Great show as always, Dusty. Hey, appreciate it, Oi Boy. Good to see you tonight. I know Oi Boy sometimes likes to watch me play video games on Twitch, which we're going to start doing again. Apparently, they are adding fresh servers to the game New World, which means they're starting over again. What is this? There's a bug on my microphone. New World's basically that people can't transfer to, so everybody starts out on the same level, equal playing field from the very beginning, and gets to enjoy all the new shit they've added to the game. So I'm going to be playing that on my Twitch when that comes out. It should come out between now and the 18th of October, so you guys can watch that. Your outrage is my rage. Hey, and your $20 is my $20. You know how we stand. Thank you. Much appreciated. And Strenuous Lose, $8.88. Great amount. OT reward. I deserve it, but I still love you. Appreciate it. You guys rock. Cult of Dusty, there is a CHUD YouTuber named Young Dawn. He's a newborn Christian and makes transphobic and homophobic content. He's dangerous and has millions of subscribers. You should check him out. All right, well, send me videos, specific clips that I can comment on. That would be best. Dusty, scientist, also working on a de-extincting species like the woolly mammoth. Great California grizzly. I've already seen that movie. It was called Jurassic Park. We were so focused on what we could do, we didn't think about if we should or not. I know that's not the right quote, but it's close enough. All right, I'm out of here, folks. Fuck it. Great show, Dusty. Gonna go read what you guys said I should do about the subway. Big decisions. Coming for you, Subway. I can't believe you fucked me over my sandwich. I have real problems, y'all. These are real white people problems. So, anyway, love the fuck out of you guys. And as promised, I'm gonna play Little Brother, which is an original song I wrote 10 years ago. I saw a story on the news about how these two little brothers were abused by their dad, and so they killed him, and I wrote a song about it, and I'm going to play it for you guys. Thank you. Join me Friday, folks. I'll be back. Follow me on Twitter. Click on the description of the video and, read all the things and, click on all the links. Do that. Now. All of it. All right, love you. See you guys soon. Logic, fuck yes. Good night, y'all. Here's some Little Brother.
Show me